All right. So good morning, everyone in
Morning.
Gold Getters. We are here with Shireen, and we are going to be talking about what Go for Gold has done for her. Shireen, we like to talk to all sorts of different people. It's not like we just pick crown diamonds that we want to talk to and whatever, right? Like we want to talk to everyone. Let me actually push. There we go. We want to talk to everybody, you guys. So Shireen actually just started. When did you start Young Living?
Early November. I got
Early
my kits,
November.
yes.
How cool is that? And what
Very
market?
exciting.
What market are you in again? Like what
What phase?
country?
Oh, I'm in Macau, which is part of China in Asia, so the
Yeah.
Asian side. But I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago. It's a Caribbean island.
Oh
So we take
man.
2 days to move back and forth, very far.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to go there right now, though.
Come visit, come. Macau is very small, but it's considered the Las Vegas of Asia.
Oh
It's
well.
where all the gambling happens, all the casinos, because gambling is illegal in China. So
Oh. Okay.
everybody has to come across here to gamble. Yeah. And we have
Mm.
really huge casinos. They make many times more than Las Vegas, about 3 times more
Oh.
than Las Vegas. So
Dang. Well, that's crazy. So I was gonna try to bring this up in front of me super duper quick, just in case people have questions. But
yeah.
let's just talk really quick. So this is somebody that's newer, you guys. Sometimes we bring people on here and they've been around for years, and then they've started Golden Six or Go for Gold, and then like immediately see a lot of action and things like that. And then I have people ask me questions like, what if I don't have a team yet? What if I don't have a downline? Is this
Yes.
going to be helpful? You guys, if I had this when I started, which obviously is impossible, but if I had this when I started, I would be much further along than I am right now. Because when you start with this foundation, then like you can just hit the ground running. There's no question marks. There's no like, I don't really know what's going on here. So what would you say, like what was life like in those couple of months or 1 month even pre Golden Six for you? So that like when you signed up until when you learned about Golden Six or Go for Gold. If you're watching this, they're the same thing, you guys.
Yeah.
It's just they've merged. But in that month or so in between when you found out about it and when you signed up, how were you feeling?
Well,
Like,
originally when I signed up, well, 2 years before I moved here, I was really sick, and that's how I got invested in oils and stuff.
yeah.
But they didn't always help, right? But little did I know that there are different potencies in oil, different good oils, not so good oils, oils that have fillers and stuff. I'm now learning all that. So when I got my kit, of course, I was very excited. I was diffusing every day, every night, whole day, whole night. My husband was like, I kept rubbing oils on him, and then he's like, "What is going on here?" Because we're not so. I never like we don't do massages and things really often and stuff. So I'm there. You want a massage? You want me to rub this here? All of a sudden, I'm this loving wife, massage and rubbing oils and stuff. So
That's a
yeah,
riot.
it was very exciting to get my kit and stuff.
Yeah.
I really just like wanted to go on a healthy, non-toxic thing. It's a slow process, but I've already swapped most of my cleaners, toothpaste, soaps, most of it. Um, but it's still a gradual process.
Yeah,
Um,
it's totally a gradual process. Anybody that tries to do it all at once is like in for it, right? Well, how did you
yeah.
feel about the business side of it? Like, did you
Well,
feel like a lack of direction, or how did you feel with before you?
in the beginning, I didn't really pay much attention to it. I was just liking the oils. I have a business sense, and my career is in accounting. I
Yeah.
also had my own side business when I was when I was the accountant in Sagicor. I had a little side business because my parents also had a store when I was growing up. So I continued that with top of the line fragrances and stuff. So then when I moved to Macau, I'm not allowed to really work in Macau because I'm an expat wife. So
Oh, okay.
they don't really allow expat spouses to work. So when I came, I was just doing the exercise and stuff and trying to maintain my sanity.
Yeah, right.
So even when I got the kit, it wasn't really it wasn't really clear exactly how to do the business, right? My
Right.
mom and stuff was in MLM businesses before,
Uh-huh.
um, with Amway, but it never resonated with me as such, right? I
Yeah.
would buy it just a system to get their points or whatever, but
Yeah.
the products, it's not like I was passionate about it and stuff. And for
Right.
me to follow through on things, I need to love it, right? So that's
Right.
why I decided after, okay, maybe I'll probably share these things. And if it comes up as a business, fine. If not, okay, no problem there as well, right?
Yeah.
So then my upline actually told me about you and sent me, get this course, check this out, read Fearless, and she's been giving me all the hints and what to do, what to check, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I've been doing that.
Awesome. Cool. So did you have any reservations at all? I know that there are a lot of people whenever they see Gold for Gold or Golden Six. I'm sorry, it's early here and I'm still trying to wake up. When, whenever they see it, they think like all that they can help but do is compare it against other things that they've tried before and are a lot like, do I want to spend more money on this thing because these other things didn't actually work? Did you have any of that, or you probably, because you hadn't been in Young Living that long, maybe hadn't even experienced those other things?
I
Would you?
really didn't experience those other things as such. Um, my thing was, in order for me to share the oils, I wanted to learn more about it. So I even signed up for some aromatherapy courses as well to just have a better idea of how to mix, these kinds of ratio, the proportions, everything. I already got my Bible, which is the desktop, to
Yes.
figure out how to diagnose or see what is the problem and what is the best oil for it, things like
Uh-huh.
that. But that's
Yeah.
how I like it. I like to know from everything go up, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
just jump and pull. And sometimes that's my weakness because I don't want to, like, probably that's why I haven't even gotten started, because I want to make sure everything I have perfect before I actually move forward. I'm trying to cut that out, but it's
Yep.
like it's still in me for like forever, so it's kind of hard. But yeah,
I hear you. I hear you. I totally hear you.
I watched it like the first time when I was doing the Golden Six part. I would watch one video, 2 days later I'll come back and watch the first video, the second video, then 2 days later I'll come back and watch the first, second, third video. I'll keep rewinding it just to make sure I understand what's going on. It's not,
Yeah.
you know, uh, misunderstood or anything. I even when I was doing it though, I realized I was already having the conversation, but probably not totally in that order. So it was just for me to kind of do the shift to
Yeah.
make sure I have it in that order. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah, that matters. That matters so much. So, so since you've started Golden Six, how are you feeling about the future? Like, do you feel more confident in the actual business side of things and how it can be done instead of like, well, if it works, it works? Is it more like,
Confident. I haven't gotten the get oiling, which I think is where I need to go next. I have to do bring on the builders as well and those other things after. But
mhm,
I'm thinking get oiling will actually um kind of, I deal with a lot with ticking off things and organize stuff and
oh,
everything
that'll be
must be.
great. Yeah.
We have like a million notebooks, a planner, and I'm in writing down and making notes. But I think like Get Oiling will have me like organized to actually focus on what I need to do. And the blogging will help actually fine tune everything into a more organized
Yeah.
um, way. So yeah, but yeah, I was hoping that I'll at least bring on somebody first and then treat myself to Get Oiling. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, it
After this
can.
rally and we kind of unwinding, then I'll focus more on it. So
Oh, for sure. So I know that you're into perfecting mode, and I totally get that. But whenever you start actually doing it and the people start signing up, because it happens quick. Once you turn it into action, it happens really quick. You're actually going to be surprised likely by how fast it happens.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And, okay, so you started, I think, in January 2019, I think.
Uh-huh.
And when did you get your first kit? How soon after did you come up with the method? And how fast after that did it work for you, kind of stuff?
It started working for me before my method even came up. So my method was, okay, so
Originally.
it was it was kind of like what I already knew to do anyway. I just had to create it. It was like it hadn't been created into a system yet, but it was what my intuition said, like, okay,
Right.
do this, do that, do this. And
Yeah.
then I eventually I had to create a system for it to be duplicatable, because everybody can't live in here, right? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's impossible. So that's why I created the actual system. But it was immediate. It was pretty immediate. I get very excited about things. And so I talked to a couple of friends. First off, I talked to a couple of friends, went out to coffee with them and was like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Do you want to do it with me? I'm pretty excited about it. I see the potential here. And it's huge. It's
Yeah.
massive. And the best part for me is that the products work, and that it's something that I can really get behind, because my family has been, we don't eat sugar, we don't eat gluten, we're very crunchy people anyway.
Yeah.
So for this stuff to come like across my, across my path, and then to be able to make money for sharing it, which I would be
Yeah.
sharing it anyway, whether I
Anyway,
made money or
exactly.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be able to make money while sharing it. And I was like, this
Why not?
doesn't, yeah, like why would I not do this? And
Yeah.
then whenever I got even deeper into it and realized that it can be an income stream for myself, for my husband, for my daughter in the future, like when I realized all of that in addition, and it all just stems from this thing that is awesome anyway, I was like, well, I gotta do this. So the system itself built itself out. So I'm a
Right.
big believer in you will be shown the next step as it appear, like as it's
As it happened.
necessary for you.
Yeah.
Exactly, the next steps will appear and you'll see where you need to go next, right? And so I kind of always sit in the moment. I don't get too like ahead of things. I sit in the moment and I wait for things to appear. And sometimes that's
I don't know
more
if I have that
uncomfortable.
patience.
Sometimes it's more uncomfortable than other times, but it's something I've developed over the years, because I've learned to be able to trust, because you have that happen enough times and then you can trust that it's going to happen again. So that's where I'm at this point, and hopefully people can just piggyback on my own trust and understand that like that
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
it just happens. But that's how the system created itself. And then I put it all together. And some of it came from, like, I would do research on all sorts of different network marketing gurus. And so a lot of it is like an amalgamate or a melting pot of a lot of what they have said, but done our way.
Right.
Because you can go to like these network marketing gurus and then they say to do like X, Y, and Z, but we're like, that's not going to work with my people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to people like that. That's abrasive. That is feels gross, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I took the concepts and then I sort of melded it into what would be
Approachable.
in a heartfelt, authentic way, to be able to talk to somebody. Because whenever I hear those things that they say, I'm like, oh man, that sounds very used car salesman. So
Oh, your video froze there for a second. Sorry.
it's
Yeah.
whenever I hear them talking, it sounds very like used car salesman, and I'm like, we have to say it a different way. Like this, we
Yeah.
can't do that, because here's the thing: with the amount of yellow personalities that we have in Young Living, because we are by nature very heart-centered, right, and love people. So the amount of those personalities that we have to be able to create something, and this is why I created it this way, we have to create something that even yellows can do and say, because if you get too salesy, a red might be able to say that, but a yellow personality is not going to be able to duplicate that. So it's not truly duplicatable across Young Living if a yellow can't do it. So what I did is I created it where even a yellow can do it, and then by proxy, everybody else is going to be fine, because that's just, it's what's necessary. So that was a very long answer. That's what happens when you ask me questions.
That's okay. That's okay.
Get all of it.
It's not for you to pick me alone. I have to pick your brain too.
I love it. I love it. So so excited about the future. Like that was my last question for you. You feel like you've got direction now? You feel like this is actually something?
But because we've only recently moved here, like for 2 years now, going into 3, I feel like I haven't built such strong relationships yet for them to be that trusting to me. I feel like my friends back home already, like when I tell them about certain products, they're already willing to try it. It's just harder for me to send home right now. So I go home in February. So then I say I'll do some DIYs and talk to them about it and stuff like that. Yeah. But here it's a little slower, you know. But I'm still excited. I love the products. I've already sent samples to like and when I say samples, because we're in Macau, we have a different, Hong Kong doesn't have all the products like US.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the samples aren't like sample size like you all have. So when I sent to my cousins, I actually sending 15 ml bottles and stuff like that. Yeah. But because I believe in it, I have no problem sharing it, right? That's how I have always been. Anything I have, I have 4 siblings, 3 sisters and a brother. So it's always been sharing. And I'm accustomed giving and not expecting anything back, and things like that, it's just my nature. So even for my kid, I've given my friends here to try and stuff,
it's going to be fun to watch you grow, because there's the people that are around you that are close to you, physically close to you. And then whenever you start implementing Golden 6 or Go for Gold, when you start implementing that, you're going to start growing beyond. Like, I have people from Australia I have a lot of people that are from all over the place. And that's the beauty of social media, is when we're using it that way, you're going to start bringing in people that are from all over the place, but are responding to you. So that's going to be fun to watch. Well, cool. Let me see if anybody had any questions super quick. Melissa, hello, ladies. I'm so glad I found this. I've been stuck in a rut for the last few months. I'm not sure where to go. I would say Go for Gold is the place to go. That's where you're going to find your direction. So if you're stuck in a rut, that likely feels like you've tried a number of different things and they didn't work. I was in the same place. Like I tried to do classes, but that's not I can't set up for them. I can't I can't. I never signed one person up from a class. And at this point, I'm at 160 personally enrolled people in the last year. And it's not one of them has been from a class. It's all been from the style that I do.
I think my favorite part would be the DIYs, because I like just on my own, especially Christmas time, I do a lot of crafty stuff, and the DIYs, just making rulers and stuff for my kid, was exciting. Yeah. So I think that would be my way.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's gonna be really. You're gonna have a whole lot of fun. Mike just walked in with Nora's toys. Okay. She has a pineapple now. We got her a pineapple in Hawaii. It's a Mr. Pineapple. He's stuffed. Says I love Hawaii. It's her favorite. Oh. Her favorite toy now. So
it's cute.
Mr. Very, Pineapple. Very he goes everywhere with her now. So well, cool. Thanks for sharing your evening and my morning with us. It's been a blast. Thank you so much. Everybody have an awesome day. Shireen, thank you so much. And I will see you guys later.
Have a good day, Martha. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.